James Banks here, and I have Snute with me from Team Liquid. Now, he has just crushed his group with an impressive 2-0 over Jack G. You gave quite a nice smile and excited face after winning that, almost like you didn't quite believe it yourself. What was going through your head?
I was really happy I could show off my new CVT style, the new unit composition. I tried to use it in some qualifiers and some tournament matches before this, but since I messed up too much in the early game, I was not able to show how strong it was. So I was really happy to be able to show this style in a tournament of this scale.
Now, obviously, a lot of people have a few things to say about this kind of style of play. Do you think you've got anything like maybe the Terrans and the Protoss have got something planned already, or is it going to take them a little while longer to figure this out?
There's definitely a lot of things you can do, but I feel like a Terran has to see it coming, and well, it's not something you want to play against without practice against it, but I think this composition will spread and people will get more practice against it, because it's not unbeatable, but you need a different approach than just making Marine Thor, for example.
Yeah, as we just saw. So, looking at what you might end up playing next, you've got between MC, MMA and PIG. Now, that's going to be pretty tough whatever happens for tomorrow, but how confident do you feel right now? You are currently the #1 foreigner on the WCS side of the bracket, ranked 18th. It's incredibly impressive to just see Korean, and then see Snute down there. Obviously, you would love a boost of your points up there to take you into the top 16. You feeling pretty confident with this? Like, how's it looking?
It all depends on how I do in the third season of WCS. If I fail, then I think there's no chance of making it. So I think it's all going to come down to the third season, which starts very soon.
Yeah. Well, this will give you some good preparation for that. Now, look at this event at G3 in London. This is one of the biggest events we've had in the UK, and this is just enormous in comparison to any other event we've had in the UK. What's it like for you? Is this a real? Would you consider it a major tournament now?
Yeah, I would say so. Major. I'm not sure about Premier. I feel like the player pool is very small, but I would definitely call it a major event based on the average skill level of the players here.
Now, do you have any like thoughts and feelings on how the tournament's been run? Have you got anything positive to say? Maybe some constructive criticism to just say of what might be needed for you guys?
No, I feel like the admins have done a really good job. The stage itself is very professional. I think everything's been handled pretty much perfectly, and yeah, the only thing I could wish for is 120 Hz monitors on stage. They have the monitors, but not the cable setup. But besides that, I'm really satisfied about the event.
Perfect. Now, you're a player that I've interviewed right at the beginning, middle of your career. Now we're a lot further along. You're still with Team Liquid. You are just going from strength to strength every time. What are you doing differently to other players?
I don't know. I try to learn from my mistakes, and I try to build on the things that helps me win. And I think one of the key differences between me and maybe some other Zergs is that I'm not afraid of playing games with maxed out unit compositions. Well, I'm still a little bit uncomfortable with it, but I try at least. I try to take small advantages instead of big ones and taking risks and trying to close things out early. So I'm trying to be very careful about everything. But yeah, I don't think I'm too different. I have my periods as well where I stop progressing in my skill level. But right now I feel like I'm learning a lot about the game. So yeah, I'm not sure what I do differently. I mean, everyone has their own approach. And it's very difficult to say what makes players' approaches better than others, because practice is something you don't really see. You can't really observe how someone, let's say, you can't. It's not that easy to know how someone like Stefano or Scarlett got so good, for example. You would have to ask every single one, and there is no huge collection of interviews that sums up how someone progressed.
Maybe that's something I'll have to do going down the line. Look at all of how the Foreigner Hope has happened. Now, let's go back to the Gfinity event and what's going to come up for you next. Out of the potential players you will have to play against, who would you feel most confident against going?
It's MMA, MC and PIG. Based on my record, I think avoiding MMA and, well, I think they're all really good players. I think maybe facing Pig would be the best, since my CVC is quite strong, but still, he's extremely good in CVC as well. So I think there is no truly good alternative. I think they're all quite even.
Okay, well that's a fair approach. Very not just going to go out there and say, oh yeah, I want that person to win easily. You're always so humble there, Snute.
I wish it could be different. Like, yeah, I really want to get second place or something. I wish I could say that, but it's not going to be easy.
Cool. Well, let's talk about Team Liquid here for you. Team Liquid probably has some of the strongest foreign names on their team. Now, what is it about Team Liquid that has kind of made this happen? Because they've taken players like yourself and TLO in the early stages and just grown with their players so well. We've now got Bunny as well, who is doing absolutely fantastic as well at this tournament. What's going on at Team Liquid that's making you guys so great?
We have a very friendly atmosphere. So being in the team as a pro gamer is it's very encouraging. So if you ever have trouble, it's very easy to talk to the managers and the other players to get tips or motivation. And we talk a lot of strategy together. We give each other help and support when we need it. And the organization itself is also very good. Like when we travel to events, and we get sent to a lot of events, which gives us a lot of experience. And when we go to events, we're being taken care of very well. So yeah, I think it's just all the encouragement and the support that we get from the team that helps us improve.
And you can certainly see it, because you don't have to look in the crowd today. You've got the manager, you've got the other players on your team. Everyone's coming to watch just one of you guys play and take their time into supporting you, which is, you don't really see it on many other teams, so it's really nice. Now, I'm not going to take too much more of your time, but let's round this up with a couple of pointing questions at you. Who do you think is going to advance from the rest of the groups? Just consult that a little bit, don't worry.
I think maybe Hyun and TLO.
Oh, okay, yep.
I think MC will advance as well. And yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think the Koreans will do well, but
yeah,
it's difficult because it's not like done group by group. So
yeah, we got long waits in between to finish off a group.
right now after the game, I can't even remember the other results in the tournament. So I just need to sit down in front of Wikipedia and
look at that. Yeah.
Check things out.
Well, hopefully I will get to catch up with you later on when you do even better throughout this tournament, because I've always been privileged to get to interview you a couple of times in an event after wins and such. But I will let you go and relax and do your own thing. Anything else you want to say to everyone out there?
No, just thanks to Team Liquid and our sponsors, HyperX, Shiny Things, Razer, Need for Seat, Twitch, Barracuda. Yeah, memory is important. Yeah. It's like when you play games in StarCraft 2, then it's very important to remember the games you play and the mistakes you made. I think my memory has not been very well. I feel like I've played more games than I can actually remember the content of. So one of my goals for the future is to keep more games in my memory and learn from them.
Well, there you go. He's going to learn a bit more by looking back at his games. Maybe that's some advice you guys should take on. We'll be back with some more interviews for the rest of Gfinity. Thanks very much, Snute.